everybody. Jeff Antoniuk here from JazzWire. Welcome to Guided Listening this week. We're going to be listening to Herbie Hancock's quartet off the great album Empyrean Isles, and this song is called One Finger Snap. And I actually brought this song into one of my Washington, D.C. based master classes. For those that don't know, I have 14 different adult small groups that all meet twice a month. So 28 times a month, our groups get together, and I lead some of the groups. I've got other faculty, the great Steve Herberman on guitar, David Jernigan on bass, and many, many, many guest artists that come from New York and Philadelphia and around DC to teach these sessions. So anyway, I brought this song, One Finger Snap, in. I hadn't played it in a while, hadn't listened to it in a while, so I thought, let me do this guided listening. The drummer in our group, a really, really fine, really seasoned drummer, was saying he considers this probably Tony Williams' best drumming on this album. So, Tony Williams had a lot of great drumming, but man, there's some fantastic stuff here. We're going to be listening to Tony Williams on the drums, Herbie Hancock on piano, Freddie Hubbard, I think he's playing cornet on this one, trumpet, and Ron Carter, of course, on bass. This is a very cool tune. Now, before we jump into it, I know it's it's mid-September. Next year is like a long time away, and the next summer is a long time away. We have 4 workshops coming up, and this is the first time I'm announcing it in public anywhere. We're doing our very first workshop on the west coast of the United States in Napa Valley, California. I mentioned it inside JazzWire. We're already 1/3 sold out. So this is like 8 hours ago, 1/3 sold out. Never mentioned this to the public. So if you would like to join us, the dates are in March 2026, coming up this March. We're doing this in conjunction with Napa Valley College. And so we've got a wonderful spot there, and we're hiring the faculty and getting our partner hotel and some gigging opportunities together. So write us if you'd like to be put on the waiting list. We haven't even opened registration, but get on the list so that when we open registration, you have a spot for Napa. Now, we're doing our 3rd annual Canadian Summit coming up in June. We're doing our 2nd annual Twin Cities Summit in Minneapolis coming up in July. And of course, our flagship 5-day session in Washington, D.C., which always sells out in late July of 2026. So for any and all of these, get your name on the books. It's no obligation, but so we can let you know that when registration opens, we're sort of at the point with the Summer Summit where guitar spots are sold out before we even announce it. People just hold the spots. Happens with piano, happened with bass last year. So be thinking ahead and send us an email at this address, and we can pencil you in for a spot in Napa, California, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Minneapolis, and Washington, D.C. Okay, let's listen to some Herbie Hancock. So this band, oh my gosh. The composition is very interesting. I played this song for years, not really knowing about the tune. So the song, what Herbie Hancock wrote, is the first 4 measures. 4 measures of, eighth notes and quarter notes. And then the whole next 16 measures of the melody, what I knew to be the melody, is Freddie Hubbard's first solo chorus. So most of us that play, all of us, I don't think I've ever heard anyone not play Freddie's first chorus as the melody. So I'm used to playing, I call on stage, hey guys, let's play One Finger Snap. I play the melody through twice, which is typical. And both times I'm playing Freddie Hubbard's first chorus. So all that Herbie wrote was the form, 20 measures, the first 4 measures, and then it was 16 measures of go for it. And he kind of, the way he talks about it, he wanted to kind of set a vibe or set the tone. Like those opening 4 measures, like we're in the zone here, and now go. So that's what we're hearing. So let's jump into this. There's so much to listen to and so much to talk about, but what I want to talk about is the feel, like how proactive the time. Tony and Ron, like these are young guys at this time, and they're just so leaning into the wind, and there's so much energy and aggressive, but I don't know that that's exactly, it's aggressive time, let's say, but the feel, there's a smoothness and security to it. It's not rushing. It's not feeling compacted. Sometimes when we're aggressive with the time, everything gets kind of squished down and tight. It's not that. It's loose. But yeah, words are failing me. So let's let the music do the talking. Here we go. One finger snap. That's the melody. Let's stop there. That was the melody. Can't sing. That's it. And everything that follows for the next 16 measures that most of us have known to be the melody of One Finger Snap is Freddie's solo. So let's take it from the top and One Finger Snap. And did you already feel Tony and Ron push the time coming out of that line? Let's listen again. Let's listen again. Man, they 1, 2, 3. It was a different tempo, and not in a bad way. Like, oh my God, that those guys are ready to go. So that's a bit of a lesson to some of us. Should we just come in at a different tempo? That's not exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about leaning into the wind, not sitting back and being lazy. Here we go. I'm going to try to listen to the song this time. Try number 3. Let's see if Jeff can do it. Woo. So this is what most people know of as the melody, but that was Herbie, or rather Freddie's solo. So it's 20 measures. Nice sing-songy moment there. That's 20 measures. Here's the top. Woo. Neat to listen to the different textures that Herbie's using in his comping. That little moment of antiphonal back and forth may not sound so special to you, but sort of going back these 50-some years, that was not a typical way to comp. This was a new thing. Speaking of comping, check out Herbie now. He's gone. Where's Herbie? It's just trio, bass, drums, cornet. Still no piano. So Herbie would do this a lot. Stroll. He would lay out and let this be the sound. And then you'll notice when he comes in, what a big deal it is. And how it really, kicks everything in. What a great decision. Ready. Listen to how legato the phrasing is, and Freddie for that matter, how connected all the lines are. Listen to Ron's bass playing. how connected all of his quarter notes are to each other. Listen to the ride cymbal, that legato-ness, right? So each musician has this legato-ness in their playing, and then how the whole team has this amazing forward motion. The legato-ness is part of that. Tony isn't playing a million fills, but he's definitely doing stuff. And the amazing thing is he's never letting off his job, his role, which is driving the band, right? That intensity of the ride cymbal. Even when he's doing other stuff, the thing is right there. He never forgets it's all here. He's doing some cool stuff with the bass drum, but it didn't affect the ride cymbal. That's what to listen to. Nine measures of one idea. But do get that. 9 measures. Such great bebop, post-bop lines from both Freddie and Herbie. Like, wow. An enclosure idea that he repeated 6 or 8 times. It's just good music. Like that, like a old standard lick that he puts in. Yeah, amazing. So Freddie's back. He played that 4-measure line, and this is more soloing. So in a way, this is like the head out, kind of. So now drum solo. Now, is this still in time? Is it still going by in tempo? With Tony, sometimes it might be hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure he's out of tempo, which is very atypical for a drum solo. Most drum solos stay in tempo and over the form of the song, over the 20-measure chorus. He's not doing that here. So this is like a big fermata, go for it on the drums. And so listen for motivic moments in a good drum solo too. A roll, dang, 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 a roll, dang, dang, a roll, dang, dang, dang. So, or the bell of the cymbal is now a voice. So we're following textures and shapes and rhythms in a drum solo. So what's going to happen next? There's a change now to the snare drum. So they just ended with the last 2 measures of the 4-measure line. So really, really interesting. Most times when folks play this, you know, on a gig, on a jam session without any rehearsal time, we play what we know as the melody with Freddie Hubbard's first chorus of solo. Then we play it a second time, again with Freddie's first chorus of solo. We play the tune, we solo over it, and usually we play the head out twice, what we call the head. But now, of course, we know it's not even really the head. So yeah, there's a lot of arrangement possibilities, and it's cool to hear, to go back and having played this song not this way, not the way Herbie meant to do it originally. It now makes me want to go and hear, did he play this on some live gigs 35 years later, 40 years later? And how did they do it? Did he do it with Herbie's codified solo as the melody because the public came to know it as such? I'm not sure. I need to check that out and see if he did it. That's a cool question. So so the drummer in my masterclass group said that is some of the greatest Tony Williams drumming and just greatest drumming ever. And so we weren't hearing these big moments of the most outlandish drum fill ever, but it's deeper than that, right? We heard some amazing stuff, but the feel, the time, the energy, the support, like that is great drumming, not the coolest polyrhythm that so and so invented. That can be cool too, but I think this is a deeper level of that. So yeah, wonderful playing all the way around here. So glad I glad I thought about that tune, and now I'm going to be working on it and stealing some ideas from these great soloists. All right, and where we started today, I want to make sure you think about the 4 workshops coming up, and very excited about finally having a home on the West Coast of the United States. So for all the folks, on that half of the country that have been waiting for JazzWire to come out there and do some work for you, we finally have something. So I hope I'm going to see you next March. And please do write us so we can hold you a spot. Like it's, not impossible that a week or 2 from now, people will have held all the spots for a given instrument. So just get in touch with us, give us your email address. And as I said, no obligation, but we can at least put you on the list for first consideration for the Napa Summit, the Canadian Summit in Edmonton, Twin Cities Summit in Minneapolis, and the Summer Summit in Washington, D.C. All right, take care. Have a great week. See you next time.